All right, league number 9. Let's do it. Truly, this is the purest form of MTG. Relatively cheap entry to a draft. Everyone's on the same footing. I mean, obviously, there's variance in what people open in packs and get past, but other than that, everyone's on the same footing. Nobody can pay to win over anyone else. People don't have crazy constructed decks with 4-ofs that they metagame and are tuned by a hive mind of millions of players. I think the only time that I've ever seen a tabletop miniatures game be played, it might have been Warhammer, I'm not sure. And the people had literally tape measures that they would take out and calculate the distance of like fire of the units. And at that point I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to play a game where I have to do trigonometry. Yeah, you measure distances for stuff like ranged weapons and charge distances. All right, Valgavoth's Lair and Victor. Other than that, there's a bunch of like decent cards. Like in terms of the power level, Norrin's probably the best one, or Paranormal Analyst, I guess. I have been wondering how good is this card, because it seems really good. If you get enough like Manifest Dread stuff and you can just start putting every second card into your hand, so all your Manifest Dread cards become bear draw card, that seems really good. This is also essentially, it's like a rainbow pathway that also triggers all your Eerie. All right, we're taking the Lair. Arabella, let's go. I suppose I should actually look at what else is in the pack. Get Out, Fungus, Savior of the Small, this dude that fetches a land. But yeah, we're not taking anything but Arabella. All right, next up, Murder, which is off color, unfortunately. The only other card is Seize from Slumber, which is in our colors, but is way worse when you're trying to be the aggro deck. I mean, obviously, there's also Bedhead Beastie and Possessed Goat, but we're not talking about those. I guess Glimmerlight also technically is a card we could take. It feels so wrong to take this over Murder and Seize from Slumber, but maybe it's actually correct. Now, let's take Seize from Slumber. Split Up. Well, 100% taking that. What else is in here? Wildfire Wickerfolk, Ticket Booth. Yeah, pretty much it. Taking Split Up. Hello, Plague Wind for 3 mana. Don't mind if I do. The Verge dual land. Or instead of that, take one of the actually correct cards. Well, I'm going to take this for the ticks, but it's technically incorrect to take this. The correct pick would have been obviously one of these two cards. I'm not sure which one. Probably Ethereal Armor, because if you're the Arabella deck, you tend to be like low to the ground, just want to jam in as much as possible. But, you know, I'm not made of ticks, so anytime I can get some for free, I will take that opportunity. Okay, we've got Reanimate, I don't care. We've got Ticket Booth, Tunnel, and we've got Untimely Malfunction. So it's going to be Ticket Booth, Tunnel. Cult Healer, and then there's nothing else in our colors in the pack, so we're taking Cult Healer. Fear of Surveillance is the pick. I think it's better than Phone. Attack in the Box, Fear, Hand That Feeds. So the Boros aggro deck is usually not very good at getting Delirium, but at the same time, we do just want a lot of cheap creatures. Fear of Immobility is fine, but I think I would rather just have low to the ground stuff. So that Norrin got snapped up, it looks like, which is unfortunate. All right, well, we're not any of these cards. We're not going to play this either, but whatever. Move this to the sideboard. Okay, well, I'm not taking Teddy Bear. I don't know. Maybe I am taking Teddy Bear, because the goat is just blech. It's just so bad. All right, I guess we take the Teddy Bear. Friendly Ghost. Shepherding Spirits, not great, but it's fine. We'll take it. And a blue card. All right, we need to get a lot more creatures. And a lot more cheap creatures at that. Another Valgavoth's Lair. So let's just take Scorching Dragonfire. It's a great removal spell. And Valgavoth's Lair I don't think is worth enough to justify taking it just for the ticks, especially in pack 1. Other cards in the pack that I'd be fine wheeling are Violent Urge, Hardened Escort, Glimmerlight, Brood Spinner, Gremlin Tamer, Shard Mage's Rescue, and then there's Boiler Bilges. Okay, so of the cards in the pack, these are the only two we can take. And Shard Mage's Rescue is by far better than this card, especially when we have Arabella. So we take Shard Mage's Rescue. And then what's our spell count right now? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can afford to take between like 2 or 3 more spells. Rip Spawn or Split Skin or Rampaging. Okay, so not this guy. Split Skin's fine, and Rip Spawn is in the wrong colors. Although technically we have a land that I guess can be green, but it's unlikely I can even make use of this. Obviously this is the higher upside. Let's just do the smart thing and take Split Skin. Oh, I do have the Hushwood Verge. I didn't even think about that. So I technically have two dual lands. I think it's still correct to just take Split Skin Doll. All right, what does this do? Sack a creature enchantment or pay 2, deal 5 to target creature, and exile it. Sounds good to me. Plenty of white or red creatures that I would be happy to take over here, but we'll take the pretty good removal spell. All right, cheerleader or ticket booth. We do need cheap creatures. So yeah, I'll take cheerleader. Another cheerleader, or we can take ragged playmate, which is really good with Arabella. So we will take ragged playmate. Everyone loves cheerleaders. Ooh, destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater and 2 different removal spells for 5. You know what? Does every single creature in our deck not get killed by this except for shepherding spirits? 2 power, 2 power, 2 power, 2 power, 1 power, 2 power. Looks good to me. All right, none of these cards work in our deck, so I'll take the dual land in case green shows up later that we want. Orpheus, or Orphans rather, or Hardened Escort. I think it's the Hardened Escort. It works really well with Arabella. We have a ton of 2-drops already. Orphans of the Wheat. And this is more of a Selesnya card anyway. Sweepers win games in Limited, indeed. And we have 2 of them. And they're both asymmetrical. All right, well, this is the only card in our colors, so we'll take this one. Rampaging Soul Rager. Once again, this is the only card in our colors, so we'll take this one. Hand That Feeds is all the way over here. I think I do want that over Escort. I'm not sure about that, but I think I do. Grab the Prize is also playable, that's fine. And another one of these guys that's probably getting sideboarded. In fact, I know it's getting sideboarded. Leyline of Resonance and Split Up. Jesus. Well, Leyline of Resonance is 6 ticks, so we're taking that. Do we have anything? It's Instant and Sorcery specifically, right? What do we have that actually target? Do we have anything that targets our own guys like that? I don't think we do. If it wasn't for the ticks, I would obviously take Split Up. Although, the fact that we're getting this now makes it a little more potentially fun if we find some heroic stuff. I'll put this over in the sideboard. Winner, we're not taking that. Pyroclasm is not a card we want to play. Ooh, Jump Scare. Works pretty well with our Leyline. There's also, so we're not taking Pyroclasm because it kills our own stuff. There's the option of taking the Threaten card. And there's also, which I wouldn't, so the other option is just take Fear of Surveillance, which is fine. But if we can actually get enough to go with the Leyline of Resonance, then whew, the fun to be had. There is so much fun to be had. Let's put that there. I don't know how many spells I would need to justify playing Leyline of Resonance. Probably like 4. Take the Jump Scare. All right, we got Split Skin Doll and a bunch of other cards, including, oh, Glassworks. Yeah, I don't think I can justify taking anything but Glassworks. And this card, this pack has 3 different 2-drops that I would take any one of them. Hey, and there's also the Room WinCon thing. But regardless, we're taking Glassworks. All right, so Fear of Burning Alive and Cult Healer. So I'm going to say between the 2 of those, I mean, there's this thing too, but I don't really care about this thing. I would like the Fear of Burning Alive. Take that. Another Verge, you say. And, oh, there's a Jump Scare in the pack too. And a Surgical Suite. How much is Blazemire Verge? It is a tick. Yeah, all right. Take the Verge. Ooh, Norin. And Turn Inside Out and Trapped in the... All right, I can't take Norin just because I have Arabella. Trapped in the Screen. More removal. We're almost certainly not going to be able to get enough by the end of this to play Leyline, unless the last packs are just jammed with stuff. This pack, like, I can't really make a case for taking anything other than Trapped. So take Trapped. All right, we have Seize from Slumber, and there's no real reason to take anything else, so take this one. Impossible Inferno. Yep, all right, take that. Cult Healer, take that one. The only possible card we could play is Found Footage, so side that. Another Cheerleader, take the Cheerleader. Another Cult Healer, take the Cult Healer. Sure. Another Ticket Booth, excellent. All right, so obviously we only drafted 1 spell, the 1 Jump Scare that we can even use with the Leyline, so the Leyline can't be in the deck. Now, aside from that, so let's take out Valgavoth Slayer temporarily, just so we have our count. Okay, so we have 33, and then let's go group creatures separately, and then we've got to move some of this stuff. So the Ticket Booths are technically 3-drop creatures, the Glassworks is a 3-drop spell, and this is a 4-drop. So a lot of spells gotta go. So let's get rid of Grab the Prize, let's get rid of... I don't think we want 5 different removal spells at 5 mana, or 3 different removal spells at 5 mana. So let's take at least one of the... I think between the 2, probably Impossible Inferno is better. So let's take at least one of these out. As far as creatures go, of all the 2-drops, I easily don't want the Teddy Bears. So let's take out the Teddy Bears. I also don't really want the Shepherding Spirits. Let's take that out. Probably don't want Boiler Bilge's Ripper. Take that out. And that leaves us with... We actually have a lot of rooms, so the Rampaging Soul Rager can be valuable. Frowny Face to the Teddy Bears. Yeah, they suck, though. The Friendly Ghost is also not very good, so we can get rid of that. So it's telling us we have 14 creatures, but it's not counting the ticket booths, so we have 16 creatures. So every other cut has to be a spell, pretty much. Now, of our spells, every single one of them is a removal spell or sweeper, except for Shard Mage's Rescue and Jump Scare. I actually don't think that these 5-mana removal spells are that good, especially Seize from Slumber when you are the aggro deck and you can't use it until you get to 5. It's much better when you're on defense and you can actually use it. And then this one doesn't even have Delirium on a lot of the time. So I think we're better off just cutting them all and then bringing them in if our opponents have like unbeatable bombs that we have to kill. But I think most of the time we're better off just going all in on this. Now, before we finish, so we've got 4 rooms, which is enough for Soul Rager. We also have 3 Cult Healers, which unfortunately do get killed by Restricted Office. But other than that, how many enchantments do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one obviously doesn't count because it kills them. And then Fear of Burning Alive is pretty expensive, so it's usually not going to matter by the time we get to that. So it's like saying we have 5 enchantments. So of all of the cards here, I really like having 1-mana tricks, and everything else are just like solid removal spells that I'm obviously not going to cut. So that leaves a creature. And I think of them, actually Cult Healer is the worst because they die to the Restricted Office. We don't have that many enchantments, although I guess Valgavoth Slayer is going to count, but overall we don't have that many enchantments. And I don't want to really cut any of the 2-drops, so that's fine. Okay, so now that we have that done, the bigger question is, do we actually want to run Valgavoth Slayer? They do trigger the Cult Healers, and I believe that's the only thing it triggers. It is also an enchantment land, which means if we happen to surveil it into our graveyard, it does count towards 2 different types. On the other hand, we're an aggro deck that really doesn't want tap lands. Does this also sack? Oh, this also sacks enchantments, so that's yet another thing that is in favor of having the lair. Sometimes we can just sack a land that we don't care about to this. Although if we're late enough in the game to where we're doing that, then we could have probably just paid for this. Or I'm going to say that we don't want it. And then that means we have, I believe, more white. We have 2 more white cards than we do red cards. Also, among all of the early game plays that we have 4 2-drops in white and only 3 in red. So that slightly hedges out red. So let's add basics. I don't know. Yeah, no blue. So 9 white, 8 red. All right, let's do it. On the play, round 1. Looks fine to me. Keep. All right, play the cheerleader. Opponent plays their own cheerleader. All right, let's just attack. If they block, we can trick. I might not even trick, actually. I might just play, like, Hardened Escort or something. Combat. So we got the Boros Mirror. Swing. All right, they are blocking. That's fine. Play Hardened Escort. Ticket boot, or no. Painter's Studio, exiling 2 lands. Sure. So they basically drew a land off of that. So let's cast Ticket Booth. Trigger. All right, land. Combat. Swing. Plays their planes. Opponent plays Most Valuable Slayer. Sure. Back to us. All right, I guess we just attack Combat Trick when he blocks. So combat, swing, trigger this. Blocking there. Sure, Jump Scare this. Kill your guy. Play Soul Rager. Over to you. Scorching our dude. Shard Mage's Rescue that. He just unlocked the face gallery. Okay, sure. We can't unlock this, so combat, swing. Doesn't matter which one. All right, opponent is taking a lot of damage. Impossible Inferno. All right, well, our guy finally died. Back to us. All right, hand that feeds. Combat, swing here. Trigger. Opponent takes 4, goes to 5. We do have Delirium for the hand. Chainsaw kills the hand. Plays 2/1 double strike. All right, let's see. If I unlock Tunnel, I put it on this guy, make him indestructible. Either way, the patch play thing dies. Yeah, okay, so Tunnel of Hate. This becomes a 4/4 combat. Yeah, and then they're not technically dead this turn, but it's very unlikely they're going to be able to come back from that. Okay, so the only things that I would really consider to sideboard in are basically we've got our bunch of removal spells and potentially swapping creatures around. So there's like Cult Healer, or there's like these ones if we need to have a better end game. There's like these cheap ones if we need that. But I don't think we want to switch anything. So let's just run it back. All right, hand's fine. We got 2-drops. We got removal spells. We're good. Land, go. Opponent plays Cheerleader. All right, let's play Fear of Surveillance. Opponent plays Chainsaw. That's unfortunate. How much does it cost to equip? 3. Whenever one or more creatures die, put a rev counter on it. On either side, that's pretty rough. All right, let's just play Cult Healer. Equips Chainsaw, sure. If all they're doing is equipping Chainsaw, they must just have, like, nothing else to do. So let's play Glassworks. So kill your guy, give myself lifelink. There's an argument to not doing that and just playing another Cult Healer instead, but I think that's fine. It gets their one creature off the board, and then they, like, spent their last turn not doing anything. Oh, Surgical Suite, sure. Does this hit artifacts? It does. I don't really care if they attack with this again. Let's go to combat, swing, and then let's just play another Cult Healer and pass the turn. Ragged Playmate, and they can't attack. So attack. They can double block. If they do, I just respond by killing one of them. It's fine. Or I can go trapped in the screen, eat one of your guys, swing to gain life, but I don't think I need to do that. All right, combat, swing, block. All right, Dragonfire, the artifact one, so you have less in your graveyard for Delirium. Damage. Chainsaw's really big, doesn't matter though. All right, yeah, we won. Fastest games of our lives, Boros Aggro. Round 2 on the play. We don't have red, but we do have multiple good things to play, so we'll keep. And we can potentially draw another card off Split Skin Doll, so keep this. Plains go. Plains on the opponent's side. Casts a Possessed Goat. All right, play this. Play Cheerleader. Over to them. No attacks from the opponent. Okay, we drew a mountain. That's nice. So let's play Split Skin Doll to make absolutely sure we get to draw the card before swinging in, because they could have the 5-drop removal spell. So Split Skin Doll, although even if they do, Shard Mage's Rescue will still get us there. All right, combat, swing, no blocks, no removal spell, get flying, pass to the opponent. All right, they can finally activate their goat. Opponent attacks with the goat. All right, no blocks. They are not using the goat. Hardened Escort. Very well. Greetings, GPGP. So we can play Trapped in the Screen to just eat this, or we can just attack in the air with our flyer and play another creature, which seems fine as well. Yeah, play this, swing with our flyer. Then they can attack and make the goat indestructible, which is fine. And then we just bump escorts together, which is the only time you can say that and it not be illegal. All right, unless our opponent drafted mono white, they're missing a color. How's the format so far? Going to play a Duskmourn Steel tournament next week. It's pretty fun so far, except for this Boros deck, which is just total bullshit. I don't know how Sealed compares, though. Trapped in the Screen. I assume they're going to eat this guy. Yeah. Swing. We don't have any good blocks here, but then they don't have any good blocks, and we're on the lead right now. All right. I think we just keep advancing our board and not really care about what it is that they're doing. So combat, swing here. They take 4. Let's play Ticket Booth, trigger, manifest a random land that doesn't matter. Over to them. Shepherding Spirit, cycle for a land. Gonna play Bant as always. I suppose the format doesn't support 3 color combinations. We did see 2 different decks with 3 colors. So you could draft 3 colors. It's just there's just no particular reason to. All right, so they have given up on attacking us. All right, let's see. So the only good attack we have is in the air. I can respond to their goat activation by scorching it, so I want to hold that up. So let's just attack with the cheerleader, and then presumably we'll play a second cheerleader, and then scorch it in response to the ability. All right, play cheerleader, activates goat, kill it. They bend restricted office, so then that fizzles out. We get another guy. Takeaways so far are that straight up removal spells are not nearly as good as they usually are if they cost more than 3, and that like synergy and value matters a lot more than anything else you're doing. Another Trapped in the Screen, and especially rooms. Rooms are much better than they look. All right, I guess we just eat this dude. Okay, they've conceded. So for example, we drafted 3 different 5-mana removal spells that can kill any creature, and we're not playing any of them because they're too inefficient in this format. I have 3 3-mana 3/3s, and I'm not even playing one of them. I mean, 5 lands is not ideal, but it's still keepable. Well, drawing a land is definitely not ideal. All right, back to them. So I guess we're on defense this game. They're a blue-white deck. Okay. I'm going to kill this now. Always bolt the bird. They cast Surgical Suite. I'm guessing they didn't realize their guy was exiled, because it makes no sense to do that otherwise. Well, we keep drawing lands. I forget. Do I have anything that uses excess lands? I have grabbed the prize, but I didn't play that. Combat, swing. All right, let's play Cult Healer. Over to them. Apparently, they just have nothing to do. Fear of Surveillance. So they must have just drawn that. Otherwise, they would have played it earlier. All right, combat, swing, trigger this. No blocks on our opponent's side. Let's cast Acrobatic Cheerleader, a land, go. Land number 6. Surely they have something to do now. Unlock Hospital Room. Okay. Fear attacks, gets a counter. Surveilled away a land, no blocks. All right, go to combat, attack with everything, give Cheerleader indestructible and +1. So now they don't have any good blocks if they want to keep their guy. Well, they should at least block this guy. Like, why are they blocking nothing? Yeah, that makes no sense. All right, this gets a thing. Cast Soul Rager. Over to them. Why not block this guy? Land number 7. Attack, gets a counter. Opponent is playing around combat tricks. I mean, if I have combat tricks, they're just going to lose anyway, so they should definitely be blocking. Also, like, if I had combat tricks, why didn't I use them at any of the previous 2 turns to block and kill this thing? The general rule is you force them to have it. Force your opponent to have the trick. Don't just take damage unnecessarily. Tale of Tameo. They milled Inquisitive Glimmer and a land, okay? You know what's interesting? The final mode... Oh, yeah, so we win. The final mode on the Tale of Tameo is it's exile any number of target instant sorcery and or Tameo Planeswalker cards from your graveyard. But there is actually... Not only is there no Tameo Planeswalker in this set, there's no Tameo Planeswalker in Standard. And I believe in the story, Tameo is dead. So this line of text actually only applies to pre-Standard formats. Maybe they'll resurrect her in the next set. How did Tameo die? She was killed by the Wanderer while leading the attack on Kamigawa during New Phyrexia's invasion of the multiverse and returned as an animated story scroll. Round 3 on the play. Only 1 land mole. All right, that's fine. Keep that. What am I putting back? Probably a land, although, like, if I don't draw a land and I get stuck on 2, then that's really bad for my curve. But, like, all of these are just good, solid spells that I want, and as long as I hit my 3rd land, I'm good. So let's keep this, and let's put back a Plains. The alternative would have been Betrayer's Bargain, just so that I definitely can curve into Cult Healer. All right, well, we drew a land anyway. Never punished. Blue and white. Opponent plays a 1/1 guy. Okay, sure. Combat, swing. There's no chance they block. Get the counter, play Cult Healer. I wonder if I should just be playing the 3rd Cult Healer instead of Fear of Burning Alive. Trapped in the screen to eat our 3/3. Attacks with the 1/1, sure. Land, combat, swing. All right, I'm not spending a removal spell to kill this 1/1. So we take the 1. And what are we playing? Unsettling Twins. Ah, that's unfortunate. All right. I was hoping it'd be 1 big creature that we could just burn. All right, in the interests of mana efficiency, I'm going to use Betrayer's Bargain to kill the manifest creature. All right, cast with the additional 2 payment, kill this thing. It was Fear of Isolation. All right, play this dude, combat, swing. Or maybe I should be playing Cult Healer instead of this guy. I don't know. This guy's synergies in the deck that Cult Healer doesn't. Unlock Elegant Rotunda so that they can put 2 counters on their guys. All right, block the 3/3. Opponent plays Seized to kill our Acrobat. Unfortunate. All right, let's kill this guy while they're tapped out. And then I guess I'm not winning this race, so let's just pass. Hardened Escort. All right, Ticket Booth. We're at 2 types. We need to hit some more for Fear. Cult Healer, put an enchantment in the graveyard. And then we're just going to pass. So opponent played a land. Now they are attacking, sure. So block on the 3/2. Damage, we take 2, go to 14. And they're not doing anything. All right. Ooh, Split Skin Doll. Cast Split Skin Doll. Trigger. Drew Fear of Surveillance. All right, so let's go... combat. Let's just swing with our Manifest guy and then flip him over. All right, flip this. Vanish from sight. Put this on the bottom. They surveilled away a land. Okay. Combat. Same deal. Block the 3/2. We are at 12. And opponent passes Dust. All right, we drew a land. So I can either unlock the tunnel or I can cast Fear of Burning Alive. It's kind of the same damage either way, although casting this means I can potentially block this guy. They have 2 cards and they didn't play anything on their turn. All right, let's unlock the tunnel. Let's go to combat. Swing. I'm going to give Double Strike to the doll because I find it very unlikely that they don't have a removal spell here. Yeah, they do. So Unwanted Remake, kill this. All right, that gets us to Delirium, which is nice. And then we can deal 4 to them with the Split Skin Doll. All right, opponent's turn. Swing, no blocks. Go to 7. All right, combat. Swing with both. Tunnel, targeting Split Skin Doll. Opponent doing nothing, so damage. So let's play Fear of Burning Alive and see if this resolves. It does resolve, and they're dead. Awesome. How do they have 2 cards in their hand and nothing to do? Anyway, yeah, once again, I don't think we change anything. Let's just run it back. All right, on the draw for game 2. Hand looks great. Let's keep. All right, Planes, go. Gremlin Tamer. Ugh. All right. The odds of Arabella just getting whacked the moment I play her, I think is pretty substantial. And if they attack with Gremlin Tamer, I'm 100% blocking them. So, and I would want to trade with it. Let's play Cheerleader. Fear of Isolation, pick a land up, make a Gremlin. Okay. So now the best bet is to do what? Cult Healer, probably? Yeah, let's play Cult Healer. And over to them. Toby. Man, they're doing a lot here on this board. So we can't attack them at all. Yuck. All right, what do we do? I can't think of anything better than just casting another Cult Leader and passing. So I guess that's what we're doing. All right, so we take 2 more from the Fear. And then they just pass with mana open. All right, well, we're getting somewhere with this. So let's go Ticket Booth. Trigger all these guys. All right, what are we hitting off the Manifest? 2 lands. All right, then. Trigger these. So if we attack, they have not a free block with the Beast token, but they get to kill one of our guys, and they can just like go Beast token Gremlin on one of the Cult Healers. But I don't think the situation is getting any better. So let's attack. So if we do that, we're expending a Cult Healer on a 1/1, and the other one is probably getting through and hitting them. That's just not a great trade, but I mean, what can we do? All right, attack. So go Cult Healers, because the other option is just keep dirtling here. Yeah, so token, that's fine. Aw, they're killing the other one. All right. Well, damage. I guess I'll play Arabella. Over to them. Land number 5. Attack with the Fear. Sure, can't block. Take 2. And they're still doing nothing. I'm so confused. All right, Jump Scare's pretty good. So I still don't think we have good attacks, though. I think we're better off just going Escort, Fear, pass, and then try to do stuff next turn. All right, Hardened Escort, cast Fear. All right, no attacks, pass. I don't understand how they're not playing anything. They're not deploying any threats. They're not casting removal. They're not casting counter spells. Like, what do they have? Clammy Prowler, make a Gremlin, sure. When it attacks another creature is unblockable. Glassworks. All right, Glassworks. We're killing the 4/4. So kill the 4/4. And then combat unwanted remake on Arabella. Ugh. Yep. All right, well, I guess Delirium matters. No, actually, I'm going to get Delirium off Jump Scare. So let's put this underneath. What is our attack now? Swing here to give this flying, I guess. I don't really have any other good attacks because I can't kill this in combat even if I Jump Scare. Yeah, all right, so swing, trigger, target this. Blocking here, blocking here, blocking here. All right, well, I'm going to save this guy. So let's do that and then Jump Scare this guy. Then damage, we kill 2 of their dudes, hit them for 3, and this has flying. Trapped in the screen. And I assume they're exiling our flyer? No, they're exiling our indestructible guy. Okay. That's kind of weird, but sure. So we take 2 from this. I for sure would have just targeted the flyer. All right, combat, swing, and then let's just unlock Shattered Yard, I suppose. End step, trigger, deal 1. There's an argument for playing Playmate because it means technically I get 1 more damage in on the following turn. But I think it's usually better to just spend the most mana you can each turn. All right. Ooh, Scorching Dragonfire. I have to 2-for-1 anything I try to attack in the Clammy Prowler, so I think I'm better off just continuing to attack them. And then probably I'll Dragonfire this. Probably. All right, combat, swing. No blocks on their side. All right, cast Playmate, and over to them. This triggers. They're at 11. So they're dealing 2 to us a turn, and we're dealing 3 to them a turn. Yeah, maybe I don't kill that. I don't know. All right, if they're not going to attack, then I'm definitely killing it. All right, let's just go ahead and kill it. Actually, no, we're winning the race, right? Yeah, we can take a hit. That's fine. We're just winning this race against them. It's potentially more important that I kill, like, a more relevant creature, or maybe, like, if they play an enchantment, I kill Gremlin Tamer. All right, as much as I think it's usually important to use your mana here, it's just so suspicious the way they're playing. It makes me think they have some kind of trick. So, yeah. All right, make this unblockable. Combat. Unwanted remake our dude, sure. Manifest, I guess the enchantment. Swing here. 1 card in their hand. All right, damage. Let's play Split Skin Doll. Draw a card. Another land. I mean, we are winning the race against them, so I don't need to use the Dragonfire yet. Grand Entryway, sure. And then they're going to unlock the room and then try to put it on things, and then I'll kill those things. Oh, I guess I probably needed to respond to Gremlin Tamer. Oh, well, it's fine. I'm guessing they're going to put the counters on Fear of Isolation and something else. So I'm fine just killing Fear of Isolation. Yeah, so that resolves. These resolve. All right, what are they targeting? Yeah, targeting these two, so we'll kill the flyer. The ground's all gummed up anyway, so I don't care that they get all these 1/1s. Yeah, they're not attacking. Back to us, another land. All right, let's unlock the tunnel, combat, swing, trigger, give this double strike. So they're going to be dead in 2 hits. We also have the Shattered Yard that's just continuing to damage them each turn as well. All right, they're at 3. So I would presume that this turn is going to be a bunch of like attack with everything, essentially. All right, trophied again. Our 9th league. So yeah, so far this has been pretty good, but I think we're going to end it here for today. I might come back later. I don't know. These have been pretty fun. Anyways, if you showed up today, hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll see you on the next round.